So some of you have been seeing that I'm switching my MC6000 to the American Audio MXR14. A lot of reasons that I chose this mixer, and it was kind of a hard jump because I really love the Denon. I like having a MIDI backup in case, you know, the needles are bouncing from too many people on the stage or whatever. But this is going to give me the best of both worlds, having a 14-inch mixer versus a 19-inch, or excuse me, 12-inch mixer. So despite the name 14 MXR, it is a 12-inch mixer. So let me show you real quick how I mapped it. Of course, I'm still using Virtual DJ just because I really like how it interfaces. But I really hate the manual pitch faders because whenever I'm mixing, especially with some of the EDM tracks or when I'm jumping back and forth quickly, like, you know, every couple of seconds into a new track or new beat, it's not really the easiest thing to use this guy. This is why I prefer using MIDI pitch faders. But obviously there isn't one in this mixer. But this mixer has everything that's MIDI mappable. So I just mapped the fourth channel to control my pitch fader. And then same thing with the other side with channel 1. So channel 2 and channel 3, of course, are for my turntables, and I can quickly switch back and forth, including on this if I want to. But once I switch to analog, the pitch jumps, so I need to find a way to fix that, at least in the Virtual DJ MIDI mapping. Now I used the custom mapper that I made, plus the original kind of combined to something really neat. The load buttons are now going to be to turn on and off time code. Okay. We have, of course, the selector, so I can select music. I can push this button to go into the playlist. So you can see there how it goes directly to the playlist. If I hit down, it's actually going to take me to the side list down below. Back and forward, I actually use that just to load up the songs to each individual deck because I have one of these buttons for time code. The shift button allows me that when I move one pitch fader, it moves both of them. Now that means, of course, that, you know, I like doing that for transitions and whatnot. The talk over button, I didn't do anything with it because that does override the mixer itself. So unfortunately, there's really not a way to disable that, which is a shame because I don't use a talk over button. I could use that button for something else. So next we have the actual cues, and of course I left this stock. So I have that for my cues. I've got my play. I've got my cue. I can hit shift if I need to bump up the beat if I'm not going to do it by hand. And if I hit the controller button up at the top, you'll see how it's blinking. Let's turn it up a little bit. There we go. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's the sampler there. So that's pretty cool there. Let's go back down here. Now, another reason I like this mixer, unlike beforehand, I used my Denon. The Denon doesn't support time code in, and I don't think they ever will, except for the new MC6000 too. But it doesn't do Serato time code in, but that does Virtual DJ time code in, but not the original one. So I had the Connective Torque sound card by M-Audio, which was rated. It's one of the best sound cards if you're going to do any kind of time code in with Virtual DJ or, you know, Traktor. Obviously not Serato. When I had that, the gain would be right around here with Performance Vinyl, which is what I'm using right now. With the American Audio, it's a little bit lower because this has a much nicer pickup. And even when I'm moving up and down on my wooden floors, it stays pretty well. So I actually really like the pickup on this. More importantly, the actual output of this mixer. I'm just using my Yamaha DXR10. The VU meters are currently not working because I don't even have this turned up. I mean, I have it right now very quiet here. But you'll see that the gain is almost all the way here. Master's all the way down. If I turn this down, it is very loud. So again, this sucker is loud and it's still nice and clear and everything else, which is really impressive. And just as impressive is the headphone output. So I have the headphones right over here. I'm actually going to put them down. Let's go ahead and take this down here. Let's put the Wham Dance by Cupid on one more time. Here's my VU meters for preview. And again, only about a quarter way up. So, absolutely love this mixer, and of course the crossfader curve, you know, it's actually really smooth no matter which way I do it on there. The stock crossfader is really smooth, and I've talked about this before, and it is Innofader compatible, so that'll probably be something I'll eventually jump into. And these guys here have a little bit of drag, but not too much. To me, it's perfect, because, you know, it has a feel to it, which is nice versus loose like the crossfader would normally be. So that's what I'm currently working on right now. Oh, and effects. I mean, you know, if you have seen my stuff, you know I love playing with the effects, loops, everything else. I don't have any loops currently on here because I'm going to use the Numark Orbit to be able to do loops, effects, anything else. So it's going to be a great, super portable system that will fit in a coffin. Thanks for watching.